Dharma Talk. Hôm nay chúng ta tiếp tục học quyển Thỉnh Độ Pháp Tinh Nghĩa chương thứ 55. Rồi chúng ta học trang thứ 54. Thì trước khi học bài mới chúng ta ôn lại sơ lại cái bài cũ. Một số vị đã gọi chưa có đi học. Thì tuần rồi chúng ta học là phải buông bỏ hết các duyên. Trong việc buông bỏ đều phải nghĩ, giữ cho thân tâm được nhất như, tình cảm bồn động không cho xen lẫn, ăn uống phải có tiết độ, không nhiều không ít, điều hòa ngủ nghỉ, khéo điều hòa ngủ nghỉ. Ở đây dạy rất là cặn kẽ, buông bỏ hết tất cả các duyên. Các duyên đây là những cái việc làm bên ngoài. Khi mình tu tập thì mình bỏ hết, chỉ nhớ mình tu thôi. Trong việc vướng bận, cái là mọi việc mà đã làm cho tâm mình nó bận bịu, nó lo lắng bớt hen, thì phải dừng, phải nghĩ mà bỏ. Giữ cho tâm được nhất như, giữ cho tâm mình, thân và tâm nó đều là một. Tâm mình thường là cái chân tâm nó khoai. Mình có xúc cảnh sân tình, nó đối cảnh với nó khỏi được phân biệt thích hay là không, cho nên nó không có nhất như. Tình cảm bồn động không cho xen lẫn, thương ghét nó cũng làm động, giống như một cái giọt nước tuy là nhỏ nhưng mà nó vừa mặt nước nó đang phẳng mà một giọt nước nó hay là một cái làn sóng nó thổi qua nó cũng đều làm tan hết. Cho nên phải không có cho nó xen lẫn một cái giọt nước hay là một cái sóng nào hết để làm cho nó xen lẫn. Ăn uống phải có tiết độ, nên là ăn uống phải có cái vừa chừng, không có no quá, cũng không có. Cái đây là nói phải tu theo cái trung đạo, không có ăn uống thái quá, cũng không có nhìn quá thái quá. Mình khéo điều hòa thì thân thể mình nó khỏe. Ăn nhiều thì cơ thể trì trệ, nó như thừa cân. Còn ăn ít quá thì nó suy dinh dưỡng, cũng không sức tu. Nên phải khéo điều hòa ăn uống, phải có tiết độ, là vừa chừng, không nhiều cũng không ít. Thấy cái đoạn này học rất là kỹ, rất là hay, dạy mình rất là căn bản, cho nên là cô muốn ôn lại cho các vị thiền sư mình nhớ, để mình khéo điều hòa thân và tâm của mình, không hạn chế mà cũng không buông thả, nên mình không có gắt gao quá, giờ giấc đâu đó nó khích khao, nó không có thời gian nghỉ ngơi, hoặc thôi là mình cứ buông thả thôi, cứ gì bữa nay nghỉ bữa đi, rồi cái hẹn lỡ hoài, buông thả cũng được, mà lúc nào cũng phải điều đặn mỗi ngày. Mệt thì nghỉ, nhưng mà hết mệt thì tiếp tục tu. Cũng như chân mình đau nhất, bữa nay đau nhất ta nghỉ, nhưng mà khi mà nó vừa hết đau nhất là tu trong đi đứng nằm ngồi, từ sáng trưa chiều và tối đều là tu hết. Đừng ngồi tư thế kiết già như các vị ở đây mà mình ngồi, mà nếu mà nó đau chân thì mình có thể mình không ngồi được thì mình ngồi trên ghế, on a chair, a meditation cũng được. Quan trọng nhất là mình có tâm tu tập, sáng trưa chiều tối đi đứng nằm ngồi nhớ tu. Và cái tư thế ngồi nếu mình còn khỏe thì mình ngồi kiết già, bán già đều là tốt hết. Nhưng mà cái điều kiết già thì nó dễ làm chỗ thân và tâm mình hơn. Đó là những điều căn bản của đoạn vừa rồi chúng ta đã học. Em có nhiều việc thì không có đi.
Okay, before we continue, he just summarized the last two lectures. So the basis is, in our practice, we are walking the middle path. Right? So we don't fall in any extreme. What are the extreme? The extreme is attachment. We don't completely deny ourselves of anything that's helpful to us. For example, some people think that when you walk the spiritual path, you have to refrain yourself from entertainment, for example, right? Or you have to be a vegetarian, perhaps. Those things. This path is about the mind, right? We walk the middle path, so we exclude things that it's not helpful for a path. That's how you gauge how much you should enjoy, how much you should withhold. There's a balance to that. Right? Don't go to any extreme. Right? I mean, if vegetarian is healthy for you and it's helpful, yeah. But don't do it just because other people are doing it, or there's other people, that's their path, right? If that's an example, I was a vegetarian for over 20 years. I started eating meat again about a year and a half ago. Why? Because I was lacking a lot of vitamins and things like that. And I need to change my diet. So for example, that case, right? You change, your path will change based on what condition you are in that moment, in that time. I mean, yeah.
Delicious, less delicious.
What's that?
After 20 years, was it amazing? In my brain, I was thinking it would be, but you might have lost the, like that.
Well, when you eat for 20 years, you don't have any desire.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, you don't have any desire. The first, at the beginning, very difficult. It doesn't smell nice.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. But then, again, that becomes a practice in itself, right?
It's like reverse roles.
Reverse attachment, right? Right. So you get used to it. You build up tolerance, right? So we walk the middle path, so we don't fall to either extreme. Right? Okay. If music allows you to relax and allow you to release stress, enjoy some music. You know, even though for monks, they're one of the restrictions is they cannot go to party, enjoy music, dancing, things like that. But that's being a monk. That's different, right? And that doesn't mean that you can only be enlightened only if you're a monk. There's historically there even during the Buddha time there are lay practitioners that go about life as other people, but they refrain from things that restrict them from that create obstacle for the path. Right? But they never became monk, but they became enlightened just because they follow the teaching. So what that means is the practice is, and there's some meditation aspect of it. The practice is in your ordinary life, you should walk the middle path in everything you do. So creating the awareness for everything, all your action, your thoughts, and your speech, right? And what do you base it on? Your action, speech, and thought should not hurt you or other, or bring suffering to you or other. Right? If it does, refrain from those actions or thoughts or speech as much as you can. Right? Again, this is a practice, a lifetime practice. So we slowly build our resilience, our dedication, right, and our awareness to walk that middle path. So on the more of a spiritual practice side, like sitting meditation, right, we should be in falling to extreme case where you force yourself to sit for hours and hours and you hurt your body, right? You sit in meditation to the point where if it becomes unbearable, for whatever reason, you take a break, right? If you're sick, don't force yourself, right? Pay attention to the body. Again, it's about mindfulness. It's about understanding what's going on inside you and around you, and take action accordingly, right? That being said, the spiritual practice, the meditation, is very important, right? We don't go far extreme, but we should try and be consistent, right? Make that determination to do it regularly, so it becomes a habit in itself, where you don't have to think of it. It becomes part of your life, just like eating. When your spiritual life and your outside of the spiritual life, when they're balanced, that's the best path. Right? Then you don't create stress in either way.
Can I ask you about meditation right now? I think I mentioned before that I went to a yoga center and did meditation. It was different, in that it was clearing the mind. But one of the ways, something that I just learned about myself, I could never do the postures that they were doing. So I was doing my own version of the postures. And in the process, I wasn't even thinking about it. I was laying down, on the floor and allowing my body to tell me what I needed to do. So I see it, And then later I learned that there's a meditation in motion. So for Buddhism, following Buddha, does that play in as part of the meditation? Because I don't sit. I do a lot of the stretching, listening to where my body is and not having my mind in it.
So let me have some clarity. Is your question, does the Buddhist practice allow you to do yoga or do exercise? Is that the question?
So when you talk about having a regular practice, I don't. You don't
sit. You don't do a sitting meditation.
Yeah, mine is laying down and letting. It feels like my body on its own knows where my pain is and knows what movements I need to make.
Well, yeah. Câu hỏi là hồi xưa cô đi học yoga thì nó cũng dạy thiền, và tại vì chị có bị bệnh nên chị không có ngồi thiền được, chị không có tập thiền được, cô chỉ có nằm xuống xong rồi quan sát cái thân thôi, thư giãn cái thân thôi. Câu hỏi là lúc mà tu theo đạo Phật ấy, thì có bắt buộc phải ngồi thiền hay không, hay là mình có phương pháp khác?
Có cái thiền nói cho đủ là đối cảnh không tâm, còn mình chưa không tâm được cho nên phải ngồi kiết già. Nhưng mà thiền này có trong 4 cái trạng thái: đi, đứng, nằm và ngồi đều là thiền được. Không phải là nhất thiết phải ngồi kiết già như vậy là thiền. Thì có nhiều vị thì có khi là thấy một cái chuông nó kêu cái là nghe cũng ngộ là thiền, nó ngộ. Cho nên khi mình có thân mình khỏe, mình có đủ điều kiện thì mình ngồi kiết già, ngồi tư thế ngồi nghiêm chỉnh đàng hoàng để cho nó dễ làm chủ thân tâm. Khi mình đã làm chủ được rồi, nếu mình có bệnh tật ốm đau mà đau nhức này kia đó, cho nên mình phương tiện mình có thể mình ngồi không mình nằm, nhưng mà mình cũng tu, dùng công mình tu. Nhưng mà cái điều căn bản là phải có thầy hướng dẫn đàng hoàng, thầy tu có tới nơi tới chốn con đường chánh đàng hoàng. Thiền thì có nhiều loại lắm, thiền xuất hồn rồi thiền chuyển lưng xa này kia nhiều lắm. Cho nên nhiều khi mình không khéo mình tu, mình có thể thân mình nó bệnh, mà nhiều khi mình tu mình đúng rồi thì thân mình nó khỏe, tâm mình nó sáng, nó gọi là thiền đúng theo của Phật dạy. Nên ban đầu là biết hơi thở, rồi theo dõi hơi thở, rồi những cái ý tưởng vừa khởi nghĩ lên làm cho nó được, làm chủ thân và tâm của mình. Mà cái thiền căn bản với mình đối mắt, đối cảnh không tâm, tâm mình yên tĩnh, mình đang nghe đó.
So in the yoga, we talk about there's sitting meditation and the yoga practice itself
Yoga thì nó chỉ thân thôi.
is considered a moving meditation, right? So we're moving. So what's the difference? For sitting, you're watching your mind. You're watching your reaction to things that come up. When you do the yoga practice, you're doing the same thing, right? You're paying attention to your breathing. You pay attention to your movement, right? And if certain movement create pain, you have that awareness and you back off. Right? So it's all about awareness. Right? In the Buddhist practice, it's the same. We say there's 4 type. There's 4 ways to practice: sitting meditation, standing meditation, laying down meditation, and walking meditation. So the sitting, the laying down are still meditation. Like the walking, the other one are moving meditation. So in contrast, that's how they're similar. Right? So if your physical health allows you to sit, sitting is the best. Right? But if it doesn't, then you can lay down, then you lay down. The practice in itself, the actual practice of meditation, is the same, whether you're sitting, laying down, walking around. The technique is the same. So it is very important that you have a Buddhist teacher that can teach you the Buddhist meditation practice, because there's multiple types of meditation out there. Like in yoga, we have chakra meditation, right? We have a lot of different meditations in yoga, in your yoga practice. We have prana meditation, you know. So, and they're all different. And they are practiced for a different purpose, for a different goal. All those meditations out there, I say 99% of them are not similar, are not the same as Buddhist meditation. Their practice, their end goal is to reach the superego. Our practice is to go towards non-ego. That's the difference between Buddhist meditation, Buddhist practice, every other spiritual practice.
I like that.
Yeah.
Because, it feels very...
And then the second difference is the Buddhist meditation practice to focus on self-liberation, you live within yourself. All the other meditation, you're relying on a super power or a deity or something.
Super connection.
Yeah, or super connection, or or they can call it the Brahma.
Or being, well, it's being one.
Right.
Some of the meditation I've done is where you don't recognize yourself or, as separate.
Yeah.
That's one of the meditations.
Yeah, and even that concept is different from Buddhist.
Because it has a goal, right? To attain.
The difference is very, very slight, but it's very important. When they talk about separating, there's no you, right?
Yeah.
Their practice still have a perspective of this greater
Attainment.
attainment, right?
Yeah.
Or a greater existence,
Yeah.
right? The universe versus you,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Your and it goes is to move towards that, to become. Here, the Buddhist meditation is not about becoming. It's about letting go of the wanting to become. And even in that perspective, to the end goal of it, there is no distinction between the greater universe and you. Throughout the practice, there's no distinction. You get rid of all those concepts.
I know those other ones existed.
Right. That's two major differences between all the other practices and the Buddhist practice. So that's why it's very important to have a Buddhist teacher that can make sure that you are doing it correctly and your perspective is correctly and your insight is correct. Because it's very subtle. Yeah. I've seen a lot of people, Buddhists, have gone off the track because it's so similar. And it's very tricky.
But to get back to my question about what I call my meditation emotion, it's really my body though that I feel, well maybe not, I don't know. Maybe it's my whole being that's directing me what movements to make as I'm laying there to heal my body. So it's not just the mind. I feel it's everything.
Yeah.
The body. I mean, there's no thinking about it. I'm not thinking.
Yeah.
I'm going to do this. So, is
You,
that,
you, so that's different from the Buddhist meditation.
oh,
Yeah, you can do that. There's nothing wrong with doing it. If that's helpful for your health, yeah, do it. But if you are practicing for celebration in on the path of the Buddha, how the Buddha's
Yeah.
teaching,
right.
then that's a different type
Yeah.
of meditation.
I've got it. My mind, I would be just seeing what's coming in and trying.
Yeah, you're just acknowledging things
right,
that come
right,
in, and just acknowledge it.
Right.
You don't get attached to it.
Right,
You don't make a story out of it,
right,
right?
right,
Yeah, building that awareness
right.
and detachment, let go to the point where you can come to the point where there is no detachment even. It's just passing of phenomena, and you're part of this experience, and you're experiencing it. That's all.
What does it give you? I'm just curious. When you have that more allowing without less attachment, do you feel, is there less guilt in your life?
There's no There's no
What
guilt.
is- There's no guilt.
Even when you make a mistake, there's no guilt. Because, and that can only happen when you're completely aware and you completely see the intricate layer of suffering that your decision have made to you and others,
Right.
and you acknowledge that.
But don't dwell on it. But
You don't dwell on it,
Right.
right? You have insight to it, so that next time, if ever you're in that condition, in that position or environment, you recognize it right away. So you take a different path, you take a different decision.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest challenges, guilt.
Yeah,
And
it's everybody.
I was brought up as a Catholic, and in my generation, everything was a big sin, or a mortal sin, you
Right.
go to hell, or venial sin, and just also thoughts, any thoughts that were not right,
Right.
bad.
Yeah.
That's bad. Any feelings. I grew up in a family with suppressed the feelings. So any feelings were not okay. So nothing
Yeah.
was okay.
Yeah.
Everything was being judged
Yeah.
all the time, that you're not good.
Mm-hmm.
That how bad are you?
Yeah.
Not positive
Right.
in any way. So I struggle so
Yeah.
hard.
So in Buddhism is the opposite. You confront every aspect of your being, your experience, mentally, physically, and emotionally. You don't suppress anything. You confront it. You allow it. When it expresses itself, you allow it to express itself, and you watch it.
Yeah.
Observe, and observe your attitude towards it. So judgment is also an attitude.
Yeah.
Right? So you observe the attitude. Am I having judgment? Let go of that.
Right.
It's not helpful.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It sounds very liberating,
Yeah.
for sure.
Did you have?
It was just my personal example of like arriving here. The past week has been very difficult for infinite amount of reasons, and other reminders of like the family-lessness of my life, but many families, right, because of that, right? So that's one of those dualities. It's not having my own family presented opportunities for many other things to be happy to. So it's one example. Boom, lots of sadness. Beginning our walk, it's beautiful. I forced myself to be here. It just hurt so bad. So I just cried, but I let it and not be suppressing it, right? And it takes a lot of like fighting the ego to just, especially for me, at least in front of people's eyes, the brain, the ego, like creates it's attached to the very sympathetic like situation going on, and it blocks those kind of emotions from escaping. but then letting it happen, I was able to just like appreciate,
Câu này nói đó
the
là
outside, the nature. Like it hurts, it burns, like it knocking
đại
me
khái
down.
cái câu hỏi của cô là ví dụ mình khởi ý
Or what you
It's not
want,
like I'm
Lý
not
nghĩa
ever
desires.
present.
mà
I'm
nó
never
xấu.
present. No, I'm just
Hay là
like,
có
just
cái
think about, damn, like,
mình đã làm gì
why do I have, like, why do I work so
trong quá
hard?
khứ mà nó
There's
xấu,
so much for
nó không được,
things.
nó không
There's so
tốt.
much unfairness at every moment,
Thì
every
là
second. But to just sit seated, like I'm not
đôi khi nó
speaking, so it's not
cái
okay. It
ý
just
nghĩa đó
hurts.
nó
Just
khởi
being
khởi
aware
lại
that it hurts is so
trong tâm mình đó, nó khởi lên lại.
fairness, but then
Thì
I don't
mình
like, for me,
mình có
look at
đàn ép nó không?
it's sucking
Go.
life would suck. So that's
Kềm chế nó.
so it's a constant awareness of that. Like, so it doesn't really suck, it just happens. And there's always
Thì khi mình
moving
ngồi
forward.
thiền ấy, nó có hai cái vọng tưởng nó thường khởi lên. Trong nhà Phật gọi là vọng tưởng, ở ngoài gọi là nhớ tới chuyện xấu với gọi là chuyện yêu thương và ghét. Hai cái niệm nó khởi lên mạnh nhất. Cho nên khi mình ngồi thiền mình chỉ biết nó là giả không thật, ngay đó dừng, chứ mình không có tìm cách mình đè nó đâu có hình dáng đâu mình phải đè nó được. Mình cứ nhớ mình phải dừng, đừng có nghĩ tiếp nữa. Mình biết nó là giả không thật. Những cái niệm mình nhớ tới chuyện quá khứ nó giống như là khói, giống như là mây bay trên trời. Mình không có nắm kéo nó, nắm nó được, không có đẩy nó đi, mình cũng không kéo nó mà được. Nó cứ tới rồi nó tự nó đi. Mình biết nó là không thật. Cho nên là Hòa Thượng hay có cái bài là mộng á, gá thân mộng, dạo cảnh mộng, mộng tan rồi, cười vỡ mộng, biết được mộng, tỉnh cơn mộng. Cho nên mình thấy nó là giả. Những cái nói chuyện nó qua rồi, mình không có đè, không có dừng nó lại đó được. Mình biết nó là giả thì ngày đó mình sẽ an lạc. Mình biết rõ nó ngày đó là dừng, mình không nghĩ tiếp nữa. Cho nên thiền là gì? Đấu cảnh, mắt mình thấy sắc, tai mình nghe tiếng, mũi mình ngửi mùi, mắt mình thấy sắc biết rõ, tai mình nghe mình biết, thân mình xúc chạm biết, mũi mình ngửi mùi biết, và ý niệm mình khởi lên mình biết. Ngay đó là dừng, không có chạy theo nữa. Cho nhiều khi mình không biết thì mình chỉ nhớ cái chuyện đó trong đầu nghĩ tại sao nó làm cho mình bất an. Cho nên là biết rõ những cái niệm thương, niệm ghét đó. Thương đó thì mình thấy nó xấu xa, mình ghét thì mình muốn khóc thôi chứ buồn đó. Cho nên mình biết nó rõ đó, thì khi mình ngồi thiền là tâm mình nó gọi là mình làm chủ thân tâm. Thân mình ở đây, tâm mình ở đây, thì lúc đó mình sẽ an lạc. Tạm gọi là an lạc, tạm gọi là hạnh phúc, tại mình không có đau khổ, cũng không có vui. Lúc đó mình bình an, giống như mặt nước nó nóng hẳn, tốt. Mình nghe nói là thế.
Okay, so there's two aspects to what you share, right? That thought that comes up, for example. Right? You don't suppress it, you don't run away, you don't push it away. Right? Now the other side of that is also can get you in trouble.
Cho thầy nói thêm chút nữa. Cái khi mình biết đánh giá mà không được nữa thì cái đó mà căn bản đầu tiên chính là mình đếm hơi thở thì nó sẽ dừng. Nó đếm từ 1 tới 10, đếm lại từ 1 tới 10 thì nó sẽ không có còn thời gian mình phải đếm 1 tháng, có khi là 6 tháng, tùy theo cái niệm của mình. Có nhiều khi có nhiều bệnh nhân thì trong thời gian ngắn thì cái niệm nó không còn nữa. Cái đếm hơi thở là cái căn bản. Kế tiếp thứ hai là mình biết nó là giả không thật.
So I'll talk about meditation first. So in the Buddhist meditation is whatever comes up in your mind, you just acknowledge it, right? And we're trying to maintain that awareness without getting attached to the thought that comes up, right? So how do we do it? We follow our breath, our breathing. That's one. Yeah, breathing in, you know you're breathing in, breathing out, you just follow continuously. Now, there will be a break where your mind will wander off.
Right.
When it wanders off, the moment that you notice that it wandered off, you just bring your attention back to your breathing. Continue. All right.
Okay.
Now the easier way is if that is still difficult for you, is to count your breath.
Mm-hmm.
Inhale, exhale, count 1, you count to 10,
Mm-hmm.
and then you start back at 1 again. Now, there will be a time where your mind will wander off and you forget to count. Or you wander off and you count more than 10, right?
Yeah.
So that means you lost awareness. Right?
Mm-hmm.
The moment that you know that, you just start your count back at 1 again and continue. When you're able to count consistently, then you can move back to following your breathing. So those are the two techniques that we keep our mind in the present moment without having it scatter or get attached to a thought that may come up, whatever thought that may be.
Before you go into the second thing,
Uh-huh.
can I ask what kind of breathing is
Normal.
the easiest?
Normal breathing,
Normal breathing?
whatever it is for you. We don't create any different breath. This is not a yoga meditation.
Okay.
We breathe normally. If you're able to breathe through the nose, then breathe through the nose. The one good thing about breathing through the nose is that you get more oxygen in, and it calms your nervous system.
Yeah, I wish I could,
Yeah.
but I can't.
If you can't, you're
I'm a
normal.
mouth breather.
Yeah. If you're a mouth breather, breathe your mouth. You don't want to suppress your breathing.
Yeah.
Just like you don't want to suppress a thought. Same thing.
Okay.
And we accept things as is. The practice is always accept things as is. Whatever that is in the moment. So,
I never thought of it like, maybe should have thought a little more about how to, I never thought of it at all. I just like, whatever, if I feels tight, like, I don't know, just, the more if I try to breathe right, it won't work. Especially like,
The
when
more
the doctors will try to do my
difficult.
blood pressure, I have to like, if I'm trying to lower my blood pressure, it doesn't work. That's where I really gotten really good at my meditation really quickly. It's like, when I had to do my blood pressure at each of these appointments, and it's skyrocketing high, and then I just like, okay, fine, and I just try, and I was like,
Yeah.
try to drop it. And so like I said, like now, and that is interesting, but it's like, tangible too. But it's like I literally just can't. It's just I have to let go of everything. You can't, no control. It's all about powerlessness. It's all the same thing across the board.
it's just like relaxing. Same thing. When you're sitting and you relax, don't think about, I have to relax. And there you try to relax. Okay? You can't try to relax.
It's like I just
When you become relaxed, you become relaxed. You don't do something to relax. Okay? Right? The more you try to do, the more tension you hold. Okay. All right. So we talk about the method now.
Speaking of, I'm gonna go sit down.
Okay. Yeah. Go sit.
Sit on the
Yeah.
chair.
I actually
Yeah,
get so
no.
relaxed. I go to sleep when I do my sleeping meditation while laying down when I have a problem in my life.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay. So now we talk about thought that comes up. Okay. That thought comes up, you just acknowledge it. That there is. By just acknowledging and don't react to it, you've already let it go. Right? Then you're not attached to it. If we try to do something with it, whether that intention is good or bad, that's attachment. Okay? So that's bad thoughts. What about good thoughts? Same thing. Don't attach to it. When it comes up, just acknowledge it, observe it. Why? Because when we attach to bad thought, aversion comes up. The intention is aversion. You want to push it away. I don't want to get it. It should be. Then aversion, one aspect of aversion is judgment. Okay. Good thought, if we attach to it, then it becomes greed. Because it's good, you want more of it, you want to hold on to it. That's also attachment. We're practicing not to attach. We observe. We don't discard anything. We don't run away. We don't pretend it's not there. We wholeheartedly confront it in a very neutral and insightful and with full awareness. That's how we don't attach, by just observing. And having that complete clarity and awareness will give you insight. What is that insight? The insight is you're looking back at, okay, what's my attitude? Am I judging? Drop it. Right? Am I craving? Is there a craving that's coming up because there's a good feeling that came up, or a thought that's enticing? Okay. If you see that, drop it. Okay. So it's not just about getting rid of detached from bad thoughts. Right? Observe. And second of all, keep in mind that thought are just are based on very multiple conditions. You have no control over it, for one thing. The second thing, they're just thought. They're not real. It's not like this is real, I can touch it, okay, I can put it away, right? Thought is just a thought.
So my example is walking in 0-degree weather or not having food or for many days. So it's like, it's not like it's a fact, it's really active, but it's active participation in the moment. So I'm talking, in my example that I was asking is like in the moment, like so I had to practice that throughout the weekend to survive. And the breath was something I relied on instead of food and nutrients. So I'm saying it's like, it is a little bit different. I'm just putting this up because it's highly, everything said is not relatable, and I do come here to learn.
Yeah,
Life is full
here,
of much more fire.
Here we're talking about meditation, and we're talking about thought in the mind. We're not talking about external.
Yeah, right.
Anything external. That's different.
How do you,
Okay, so let's say, I'll give you an example. What if it's a condition that's external? You're out there, right? You walk, you're cold. Okay, that's real,
Let's get from here to there.
right? Now, you're so cold that it creates anger inside, or frustration, or fear,
Fatigue is the
whatever it is, right?
fatigue.
Right?
Lethargy.
Yeah, well that.
It's a
So
tangible-
where does the meditation take place?
So what do you do?
The meditation takes place by watching your attitude, how you're reacting to this. Is it helpful to help you get out of that condition?
That moment was easy because
Right.
it's like, this is unfortunate, but I keep just moving
Right.
and I
That-
just appreciate everything around me. But
The
in
condition
moment
is the
now,
condition.
How do you let go of it? Reminding me. That's what I
Right.
want to know.
Now, if you're in that condition and just ruminate, talk to yourself like, I wish I wasn't here. I wish I wasn't here. I wish I wasn't. Is that going to help? No. That's going to create more stress. If that's happening to you in your mind, you drop that. So you drop the stress that the mind is creating. Okay, that's the meditation part.
The
Right?
active part, that part is super easy. So then, like I asked just now, when I'm walking outside, right here, and it reemerges, what is your advice there?
What?
Because it was easy exactly to do that in the moment, right? And just continue. It's
Mhm.
not burdening me. It's not saddening. I'm not sad or talk bad. Even the horrible things are, you're sitting in fire. You're on fire. Your hair is catching on fire. Your skin's starting to melt. If you really want to push it to like understanding what I'm talking about. So then, what do you do? So then you survive. You get up. You're fine. Your hair's fine. Everything's fine. But you were feeling those feelings, right? So hold on to that. Imagine that. So I know that just for the answer that I need. Then there you go, and you are remembering, like, living through whatever it could be, the worst, the most betrayal you could ever think of, being the one that lit the fire, whatever it may be, I don't know. Something that could be, but that reminder in coming in, which I do, I let it come, I let it go. That time I did it what it did influence feelings that caused pain, that caused tears. Which I didn't treat as wrong, I just took and let it go. I just let it
Well, if
do its thing and burn, and then it felt better as it goes, and other thoughts happen. And it's like, I understand. It's like this is a purpose to be like still like katana. I was telling myself about the katana in my life. It's in the fire, in the water, nonstop, 36 years. So I remind, but it's now this year. It's the cycle's faster and more at every second, and Murphy's law is ever more present, ever always. And I am getting better and stronger at letting it just the fire bring it on me, and it wicks off, and the more I let go of it all. But it's far from what most humans are.
well, the thing is that first of all,
It's actually
when those things come back up in your mind, are you dealing with it?
What was the question?
I said, when that's happening to you, okay, all that, whatever in the past comes up in that present moment, right? And you have all these feelings that comes out of that. Right? Are you aware that you're replaying the past? Or are you reacting? Are you aware that you're reacting to that? Right? Is your feeling really is your feeling real, or is it in your mind?
It's real. So I mean, that's not the feeling is real. That's why it comes and goes. That part's fine and easy. But it's like I'm gonna have to keep doing things that are gonna, I have to, coordinates, whatever else stuff. It's very real. I have to go do things. I have to, like, if you're a slave, if you're being whipped by nine tails, you have to be there. You can't, right? Tomorrow you have to wake up and not have food and it's a horrible life.
Well, okay, if you're
Right.
talking about somebody's whipping you, actually whipping
I
you.
try to put it in the perspective of something real.
No,
That's real.
don't play with the mind.
No, I'm saying for me, the mind, like I was like, so you can hear the pain. I just don't think the tangible pain you can't. It's like, so, yeah. So then I will.
The thing is, you're replaying, right? You're reinforcing.
Or dwelling. Is this the word?
I'm not like thinking about it. That's the thing.
It's not thinking. Thinking is different.
Dwelling.
Ruminating is not thinking.
We're dwelling on what? What is the what?
You're replaying your experience.
It's not the replaying. I'm planning for the future, and I'm
Don't plan for the
thinking
future.
of what the barriers are.
Don't plan for the future.
Or I guess it wasn't that.
If you,
I knew I wanted to avoid saying that because I didn't know the right words, but it's talking about like parking here. And it's like I'm fine. Oh, there's the keys, but I'm late. It's fine. I don't really care. It is, but it is overwhelming how much of the stuff, and it is influencing my breath. So then that's like.
right. So right then, right? Okay.
Then I cried, and then it's done. And then I cried
That
back
came
on.
up, right? That you felt that, right? Okay. Then make sure you're aware of that. Right.
Mhm.
Okay. Just watch it. Watch it come and watch it go.
36 years. That's just part of the
Right.
thing that this world is.
It's not about. It's irrelevant why it came about.
It just happened.
When it came, it's already in the past.
Right.
The only thing that's present is what your reaction is on the physical, mental, and emotion.
Right. So in this one, I'm not satisfied with the answer. So then I know that there's books and there's other people that I must search further. That's where it goes.
So that's the practice.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever comes up right now, right at this moment. Anger, okay? Are you watching anger?
Frustration because I wanted an answer. I see the
Right.
solutions. I won't have it, but it will come in time.
So fear, okay? Be aware of the fear.
Do not be afraid. That's the most important.
Right? Don't worry about the future. The future cannot do anything about it. The only thing you can do is the present. If you want to if you want to know what the future is, deal with the present right now. Right? Deal with the present moment, and everything will take care of itself. Now, does that guarantee that those things are not going to come back? No. When they come back, at that moment, that's your present moment. It's the same thing. You do the same thing. It's a practice.
Right. So that's what my answer. As it keeps coming,
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't see that as a problem.
Mhm.
That it will continue to come. Like the way you guys keep speaking about it. You're speaking about it like, don't let it, it's like it comes, it came, it made me cry.
I never say don't.
That's what but my question though, we finally made it to my question, which is it bad? Like, is it that, because I don't stop it from happening, coming, I cry.
Right.
And the more I let it happen, if we were listening,
Yeah.
So freer, and it feels, because it's sad, pain, whatever. Like it's like I'm not thinking in the tangible, like, oh, no family, like whatever. That's easy peasy. There's I don't care about that part. I'm talking about it's different, right? It's a different layer, and that's why it has to be correlated to a thing, because it's, the more you find it, the more it's closer you get to your goal, the more type of thing.
Right. It's just like a thought that comes up.
Yeah.
Right. The emotion that comes up is just like the thought that comes up. You deal with this exactly the same way.
Just doesn't let it happen. Right? Because
Observe it.
if it's something to be dealt with, then that there is then.
Yeah. Be totally aware of it. Be totally aware of it. Yeah. And just observe it coming, and then observe it, pass it away. That's how. Right. You don't have to do anything.
I was like, do I have to forget this stuff? Like, so that it doesn't reemerge,
There's no forgetting. You don't need to remember.
Because it just comes and goes easier for me, like waves. Like as I become more aware of it, it's like it comes, the pain's there, but then the pain is like, that energy I could use in a different way to like compartmentalize it or whatever. I'm not really doing that much work with it. It's just about letting it go.
Cho nên mình nói ngồi thiền là mình cho thân và tâm mình nó nghỉ ngơi, chứ phải ngồi để cho nó nghỉ ngơi. Thường ngày mình từ sáng tới chiều nữa thân mình làm nhiều việc, tâm mình nó cũng nghĩ nhiều việc, cho nên mình ngồi mình cho thân và tâm mình nó nghỉ ngơi, nó đầy đủ.
So think about meditation as a chance for you to have you set up conditions where you're not bombarded with a lot of distraction, like we're going about our days. Right? Same thing, you could be going out there and past memory comes up and it just mess you up, right? Take your attention away, cause you all these feelings, right? And sometimes it's harder to deal with that, have that awareness. So the sitting meditation allows you to have this sort of empty space, right? Where when those things come, they're easier to detect. It's like having a white piece of paper, completely white, and then one little speck of dust fall on it, you can see it behind the white, in front of the white background, right? Versus you're walking about and you only see a stream of light and you only can see that dust in that stream. You don't see anything else. It's very difficult. So sitting meditation allows you to have that space where there's clarity, there's less distraction, right? And then whatever comes up, you acknowledge it. Mentally, a thought comes up, you acknowledge it. You watch the passing away of it. Emotion that comes up, it's the same thing. The emotion that comes up is just like a thought that comes up in your mind, right? But this is the emotion is a physical and a mental object at the same time. Where the thought is only an object of the mind, right? Tactile sensation are object of the body, physical body. Now, that can create a second experience, right? It can cause fear, it can cause anger, whatever it is. Depends on what the sensation is, right? So, but when you feel that sensation at that moment, that's the only thing that's there. That's the present moment. But the moment that, when you feel that sensation, and the moment that you have anger, that feeling is already in the past. The present moment is the anger. So be aware of that. Does that make sense? Yeah.
I just have to replace everything with sadness instead of anger. Because it's not anger is going to be part of these things.
You don't need to go back and analyze. Oh, that sensation.
Right.
Don't analyze it.
What you're saying, the more you do that, the more you get deeper and deeper and deeper.
Yeah.
Which is like
You're falling back.
you
You bring your mind to the past. and then you're forgetting about the present.
Or the key little chords, tiny little subtleties. You get just more and more subtle into there where you can understand how that attached story is attached. Because something can be so distant that the subconscious is holding that story, and that's why.
At the very beginning, don't worry about the story. Just notice, okay, what is in the present?
For me, the mind is all about it's attachment, story, attachment, identity, purpose.
And don't even define those things. Like,
Right.
yeah.
They're just the English words that help define the concept of
There were like two examples. Is it okay to share?
Mm-hmm.
So one example was like a birds flying by.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought such as flying, we don't ask the bird, where are you coming from, where are you going, what you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Just see the bird passing by.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of the examples. We can just pass by our thoughts. The
Mm-hmm.
second was like you are at the train station
Mm-hmm.
and many trains comes, but if you ride in one train, which is a thought like, so it will take you round and round and you come back to the same train station. So you just stand there, you observe, acknowledge that train, which is your thought, and just let the train of thoughts pass by.
Yeah.
You just stand there at the station instead of riding the train, and those trains are like our thoughts. So we ride on them, it will make us roam in the circle. And we may not get there very much.
Okay. Thank you.
I don't know if I'm interpreting, what's your name?
What, James?
James is, but that something brings up something for me. That like I started coming here because I wanted more peace. I wanted my mind to be not going crazy. Like sometimes I feel like I'm losing it, ruminating, so in some ways, when distractions come up, I have this, I've set myself up in a way for failure because, I came here looking for peace of mind, and peace of mind is not by voiding the mind or whatever, so I get I don't know if I'm verbalizing this.
Yeah. So you don't want to set yourself up for some expected goal or outcome.
Yeah, I think I did in coming here.
Yeah, right. So you don't want to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, everything you've been sharing really resonates.
Okay.
But I think, coming from wanting something a little different, maybe, or
No, don't judge yourself on the wanting either.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Because the wanting to find peace, that's why you're here. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the path. Now that you're here, we work on what's necessary, that's all. Yeah. And day by day. Someday good, someday bad. Just like Monday. Can't keep my mind on the present. Someday I can do it easier.
Yeah.
How do you think?
It does take some time.
Yeah. And I've been doing this over 20 years. So
Yeah.
It takes time.
Yeah.
More practice.
there's no perfect.
Yeah.
It's a practice.
Well, again, from my background, it isn't about being human. It's about rising above humanness.
Trước khi có tới đây á, thì là
Being
có
perfect.
hai suy nghĩ
Is.
và hai cái sự về mình phán xét mình tự phán xét mình có khổ mà có tới đây nghe giảng nó kiểu rõ hơn và cái tuy là có không ngồi thiền được nhưng mà có làm 이렇게
I just had a few more, but
We'll,
the Ethiopians are the only ones that
better.
calculate white people interesting.
Go ahead, man.
You should look into it. The Ethiopian, all the 88 books, like
Yeah.
Ethiopian.
they have a
Okay, we're gonna.
church on top of the
we're gonna-
mountain. That's why they consider
That's
it.
it.
Is it